Oh, hi there, Gemini. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. And I'm going to be talking to you about June, which is going to be 5 columns this month, which is going to cover May 29th all the way through June 2nd. So that's quite a bit of time, 5 weeks. And we will be having a good time. So it's exciting. I'm going to program these cards for you. Get them ready for the monthly overview. And then we will, of course, prepare. I'm going to go ahead and prepare these ones for the first week, being May 29th to June 4th. And we will be prepared for that right away. At the end of this video, we'll attach it. It'll be part of the whole process, all right? Cool. Just so nice to have the weather change. Yay! Everything is good. So now these are ready for later. Perfect. Yay, team. Now let's get on with what's going on right now. I'm going to make the 5 columns for the 5 weeks, all right? They're a little sticky today. Funny. And they'll all be upright. I don't do upside down cards. There will be 3 rows, of course. The first row is what's going on, what the theme of the week is. The second row is going to be what's blocking us each week. Third row is going to be what our solution is for that week, right? Excellent. Perfect. And yes, my cat's hungry. Pretty normal. Okay, so let's just do this. Okay, cool. Now we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and look at the first week of June, being May 29th through June 4th, all right? And we have the 5 of Cups, which is always talking about the fact that, you know, there's a focus on the past that is holding us from looking towards what's going on right now. We are distracted by things of the past, and that may or may not be our best choice. In fact, it's probably not great to be too caught up in the past. We have the Lovers here as what's blocking us, which might be a relationship issue, meaning that your partner in crime is going to maybe get in the way of you thinking too much about the past. Maybe a good thing, right? So sometimes the thing that blocks us is blocking us from self-sabotage or from other versions of holding ourselves back. So that's interesting. And we have the Empress showing us that the solution this week is pure manifestation. And you can make and bring anything to you that you want. You just have to put the energy out there into the universe to ask for it. So this is some really great energy. We're going to get more and more information at the end of this video about this particular week. All right. For now, let's move on to June 5th through the 11th. And we're looking at the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is telling me that there's a completion of power, a complete understanding of power, an understanding that you have that power, that you understand how to use that power and how to use it correctly. So this is a good card. I like this card. It has a lot to do with understanding your power, how you handle your power. And I say these things and the words, I realize I'm repeating words. It has a lot to do with how we handle people and how we interact with people. Do you make them feel small? Do you make them feel big, even when they're helping you? The right way makes you feel good. The wrong way doesn't. So those are obvious choices and things to think about. Just keep it in mind, you know. All right, and justice is here to show that there's a want and a craving for fairness. And I want fairness for you too, but it might be something that gets in the way of you doing what's correct, right? I don't know why that is, because usually if you're doing it right, it should be fair. So try and work it out that way. If you're having questions about how to do it and how to handle your power in this situation, work toward what's fair. That's the answer. There is the Chariot as your solution, and it's telling me that there's a lot of movement, a forward movement, a push that is part of the plan. And it's going to be your solution. It's just to move on in some way. So that's cool. Keep that in mind. That's going to be excellent. The following week will be the 12th through the 18th, and we're looking at the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is telling me that you're going to need to fight for your power this week. Fight for control of something. Fight for more responsibility in this situation. Interesting that you would like more in this moment. We have the Queen of Swords, who is not really interested in you having more power. There's a lady who's very powerful and really likes to have more power and doesn't want you to have it. So she'll be standing in your way. She's got those hands on her hips, got her whole thing going on where she's like, no, 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 not her. We don't want that, or him. We don't want that person to be in charge of something. So they'll stand in the way and be a problem. But there is going to be somebody else who is fighting for your heart's desire for you. So, you have a knight in shining armor who will stand in the way. Wow, okay. We have Knight of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is a lot of knights and stuff. Knights and swords, interesting. So just know that in this battle royale, you have somebody standing at your side who is going to fight for what you want. All right. So we'll find out in another video whether or not this is actually what you want or if it's something that's just going on. Okay, cool. Let's keep that in mind, and we'll move on to the following week of June 19th through the 25th. And we have the 10 of Cups. So we have a rejoicing moment. There's joyful happiness in this card that always makes me think about there's like a family gathering, family happiness, some profound amount of yay happening. There could be some real profound, awesome joy going on here, and we want to celebrate that joy, okay? So this is an opportunity to be in celebration and happy all at once. Interestingly, this joy and this happiness is going to fortify the foundation of your heart, all right? So maybe there's a big announcement going on this week that will fill your heart and make you feel more safe, right? Somehow you're going to feel safer and more secure in this. So, yay, excellentness. This is good stuff. It'll be very cool, all right? And the Sun. The Sun card here is telling me that something is going to be going on. Your solution is to step into the newness, okay? With all that's happening and your foundation being fortified, of course, this is where you're blocked. I didn't read it as a blockage, did I? Nope. So we have the happy information coming, but for some reason it may hold up something in your life that is, of course, your foundation, part of your foundation and power, no less. So you don't get to have a say-so in this happy occasion. The happy occasion is happening whether you like it or not. Okay, so that's fun, right? So it doesn't seem like it's going to be bad, because stepping into the newness, the Sun card here is telling me that if you just step into the newness, you are going to be sitting pretty, all right? So that's an opportunity for you to do something new instead of trying to fortify your foundation. It's not about your foundation. This news doesn't feel like it's about you. All right? So enjoy the newness and step into it. Presto Changeo, we're going to talk about the 26th through July 2nd, okay? And we have the World card, which is telling me that we had stepped into the newness here. You're going to start a cycle. Something new is happening. You're going to start a new cycle, and this is good. Yay. There is the Five of Swords here, which is telling me that you are indeed having some power stuff going on. You're taking some responsibility back at this time, and it's you know, your choice, but at the same time it's part of what's going on, and it's not going well. You're trying to take your power back in this situation, but it's not going very well. All right? And the Page of Cups is talking about new information about something that you care about coming to you, and this is all wonderful stuff. So this is just the fly part, the overview part. We're going to go ahead and send these guys off to one side, and I will go in deep on all of these in other videos, so that's good. You're going to get more information about each of them, but it's a glimpse of what's happening or coming, and the glimpse is fine. We will now go in depth on these three right here. Now we're going to go ahead and add a few cards to these and read them right away. Okay, perfect. So we had the Five of Cups. We were talking about dwelling on something from the past, relationships from the past, and how that was causing some issues because you're not looking at what's going on here. We're looking at the Nine of Swords, which is telling me there were regrets about how you handled something with somebody in the past. That's what you're tripping on a little bit. Is I really want to fix that. I want to fix something I did wrong. I feel like it went wrong. It feels funky. And there will be an opportunity in this moment for you to fight about money. Yay. Just pay attention to what you're doing and who you're fighting. If it has to do with this situation, just pay attention to it and understand. I mean, it has a vibe that maybe you loan someone money and they want more money from when they, I don't know. There's a little, somebody wants more money than they were due, and that's not where, it doesn't grow on trees. It doesn't grow on that tree. So you know, whatever's truly fair according to the paperwork that binds the money, that's what you should go with. Interesting. Okay. And now we have the Lover's card up here. We were talking about your relationship maybe a little bit blocking you from dealing with this situation. Interesting. But it looks like the relationship is here, but there's work involved with the relationship to work towards your goals. So this is just really interesting, because this here is telling me that while your head is often in the clouds dealing with something else, you're supposed to be having like a date night, I guess, because we have you working on your relationship towards your goals. You need to figure out what your goals are with your relationship, and if all this holds you back from doing that, maybe it's okay to put that stuff on the back burner for a minute, right? So you can stay focused on what's going on here. To me, this would be more important in the moment than this. It doesn't mean anything entirely, because, well, we have the Empress here saying that you can manifest absolutely anything you want to. We were enjoying that. We like the manifestation stuff. You're going to get what you need anytime you need it. So, but there's some stuff going on behind the scenes financially that you'll need to pay attention to. and also be in control of. There's the King of Swords. There's somebody running around who wants more control over what's going on. And it's not really their party. So, interestingly, people are wanting to help you play chess with your money and whatever's going on with that. Some over here and some over here. The Empress doesn't feel attached to these at all, which is super interesting and odd. But this feels like a date night, which I want you to be actually focused on the date night when you're in the date night, instead of, you have a whole week, okay? You've got a whole week to worry about this stuff and this stuff. So for a night, you can just turn all that off and do what you need to do here, stay focused. And who knows, maybe you'll glean some information or some support that you need to move forward. The Empress is never operating in a negative, so that's kind of cool. Maybe you can actually put the energy out in the universe that you would like a happy solution to this situation where everybody backs the hell up and lets you do what you need to do without having to try and touch everything and get involved or influence you on how to handle that, because it's none of their beeswax. So that, to me, is the best solution, is to let her handle it, okay? Become distracted, let her handle it. Presto. You won't be repeating old behaviors. This is not you repeating an old behavior. It's regretting how you handled it, but it's okay. You're going to be all right, okay? We'll talk next week, all right? Thanks, Gemini.